going, guys? Hey, good to see you. Great to be here. And this is not an airliner, obviously. This is my 8-year-old project, RC scratch-built F3h Demon, McDonnell F3h Demon, from the mid-50s U.S. Navy fighter, the first all-weather interceptor, capable of Mach 1, carrier-borne U.S. Navy interceptor. This is my RC version that I started all the way back in 2006. I have been building this plane steadily since 2006. It was basically finished in early 2009, and it was originally built as a bungee launched belly landing EDF jet. It was probably made at that time in 2006. This was the only 5-inch belly lander bungee launcher that I knew of at that time. I mean, there may have been others, but for a 5-inch EDF, this is huge. This is 72 inches long. This is a big jet. So I've been steadily, improving it. I've learned a lot in foam since I started this project in 2006. I've learned a lot over the last 8 years, and believe it or not, this was only my 4th scratch-built foamy RC airplane when I built it. Everything before that was balsa, plywood, even cardboard, and the stuff that they, that plastic board that they use in U.S. mail boxes, that corrugated plastic. I used to make planes out of that, flying wings and stuff. So this is a very rare bird, but this is probably my most important plane that I own, next to my 707. I'm a warbird fan at heart. When I went on rcgroups.com in 2007, this was already a year. This build had been going on for a year, and this and an F-15 was what I started on there for builds. And it wasn't an airliner. I think my first 3 projects were warbirds. This, F-15, and a B-9 bomber. So, I'm known for these things, but in reality, this is my real passion, is fighter jets and things like that, birds of war. So I have steadily improved this airplane since I first started the build in 2006. And in late 2009, when this plane was basically finished, it was pretty much ready to go, but in many ways it wasn't. So since then, I've learned a lot about foam and Depron and working foam and molding and fiberglass and all this other stuff. Even vacuum forming, I've started doing that again. I'm going to show you all the improvements I've made, and I'm going to test the serverless retracts, and that's the main reason for this video, is to test the serverless retracts that are now installed in this originally bungee launched fighter jet. So let's go through that, let's check it out. And this is the F3h Demon by F3h DemonDriver. Enjoy! Alright, let's take a little tour of this bird here. This plane is 72 inches long. I think the wingspan is 40 some odd inches. Hopefully she'll have a flying weight of about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 pounds. I'm popping in a 12-inch EDF, a 5-inch EDF that's going to have about 12 pounds of thrust. And the improvements that I've made since I originally started the project have been many, ongoing. You see the spackle. I've been spackling over any kind of flaws in the wing. I have completely redone the fuse, glassed it, fiberglassed it, repainted it, redid the tail, the rudder, added a rudder, got rid of the flying tail, the stabilators, and added a conventional elevator. Okay, because that's just it's easier to control a plane, an RC airplane, and it's a lot easier with a conventional tail than a stabilator. I've added new balsa ailerons, actual flaps. Didn't have flaps in the original, did not have flaps. This wing is fan fold, blue fan fold, pink fan fold. Have to add some decals, get some more decals on, get the Jolly Rogers skull and crossbones on here. This is of the Jolly Rogers squadron. I forgot what VF that is, VF 122 or VF 127. I forget what Jolly Rogers is. But and the main thing for this video is to show off the new serverless retracts. Now, yeah, I mean, this plane's a little primitive because when I started it in 2006, I wasn't exactly very proficient in foam. I was still learning, and hey, I'm still learning now, but I've tried to add a lot of what I've learned into this plane and really improve it. Here are the main serverless retracts. They've been installed. Got a plywood plate right there. I'm going to have to tape over all those holes. That's corrugated fan fold, the pink stuff. That has to be done and smoothed out. I've got back into vacuum forming, so in you know, when I keep working this plane, I'll eventually make a clear canopy for it, put a pilot there, get rid of the old solid canopy. I modified this originally from the original Demon. I made the intakes bigger. I made the actual chin fairing intakes just a little bit bigger from the real Demon, so I have better airflow into the EDF. On the real Demon, it actually had an auxiliary intake here. It was a louver that would open up and feed air while the plane was on the when the plane was on the carrier. That would open up and help feed air into the engine. Yeah, so let's go ahead and Alright, so let's go ahead and test the retracts and let's see how they work. Let's see how well they work. They're all connected in, but they're not. The nose gearing is not connected up. It doesn't have any. Doesn't have a rudder servo yet. So it's just the retract by itself. That's all it is for now. So let's go ahead and let's bring these gears down and let's see how they look. They all should come down at the same time. Ooh, yeah, that's cool. Check that out, man. That is so cool. Look at that. I love this plane. It's goofy looking. I mean, the F3h Demon is the grandfather of the F3h Demon is the grandfather of the F4 Phantom. Without the Demon, you wouldn't have the Phantom if you didn't have the Demon. And actually, the Phantom's first version of the Phantom was actually just an upgraded version of this. It was just a super faster. This thing was supersonic, but only just. The Demon could do, I think, 1.2 Mach, 1.1 Mach, something like. It wasn't very fast. Let's just put it that way. Not exactly the fastest bird off the carrier deck, but in the mid-50s, ladies and gents, this was really the only all-weather interceptor when other fighters had to sit there when inclement weather moved in and you had problems. There was only one plane you could call, and it was this guy. It was, you know, you had the Cutlass, the F7U the Cutlass, the Vought Cutlass, and you had you know, you had some other aircraft, but this was really you know, you had the F11F Tiger. Oh yeah, look at that. That is so cool. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. In 2006, serverless retracts were just coming out, but they were in their infancy. They were notably unreliable, very unreliable. That is so cool. I know you guys are like, oh, it's retract gears, so what? But I am so excited right now. Yeah, isn't that nice? I'm loving it. I'm loving it! Demon in the house. Demon in the house. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that nice? I love that. All right, enough of that. You guys are. I can hear snoozing and snoring in the background. So, well, the This is DemonDriver, and this is the F3h Demon. And that was the F3h Demon Retract test. But seriously, this is the F3h Demon, and probably about another month or so, expect a maiden flight. I'm going to pop a 5-inch EDF in the sucker, big 120, 130 amp ESC, a huge 22 volt battery, maybe more, maybe go up to 30 some odd, 40 some odd volts, and get the sucker in the air. And this plane is built in respect to former Demon drivers, the real guys that flew these birds back in the 50s and 60s, like Cloud Splitter's father. He was a real Demon driver. So this plane goes out to the real Demon drivers out there. God bless you, and this is the Demon. And thank you, subscribers, and keep your eyes peeled, because in the next coming months you're going to see a lot more warbirds and fighter jets and planes like that. We got the Japanese Kika coming, HS-129, small F-105, big F-105, F-102, and we got even more stuff coming. So lots of warbirds and fighter jets and bombers and cool stuff coming in the next few months. Keep your eyes peeled, because you're going to be a Demon Maiden by DemonDriver. So, well, RC DemonDriver. I wish I was a real Demon driver. That'd be pretty cool. But as DemonDriver, God bless, and thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Take care. Bye-bye.